he needs to be with me. I'm sure Max expects to do small juju on their face. Good morning, good evening, whatever time you might be watching. Good morning, good evening, whatever time you might be watching. Hey! Hey, it's your girl Ruby Sue's in the house. Thank you. Yeah, it's me and it's this person. This is Miss Luminary.
Hi guys.
Hey, she's not on YouTube. She's not. She's on Snapchat.
I'm on Snapchat.
She's on Snapchat and she's on Instagram.
And that's about it.
And that's about it. But she is bae of life. Like,
oh my god.
I try not to gas her life.
Thank you, but it'll be nice to tell your YouTube viewers what I do for you.
Yeah, she is like literally when it comes down to babysitting. If she's not like grandma's Miss Luminary, if she's not there, then that's it. We're not going anywhere.
I mean,
that's it.
She had the kids for both of us. So I am actually their second mom. I regardless of what anybody else says. Like, it's literally mom. There's grandma, then there's me.
So in today's video, okay, I just let you know this one can shut for England.
It's actually very true.
I just need to rein it in. So basically, in this video, Miss Luminary had sent me a link to a YouTube video, and let me tell you, you know when you watch something, right, and you have a physical, emotional, mental reaction.
That was funny.
To the point where you're not. You cannot. She called me and I couldn't pick up the phone because I knew that I was supposed to be her mentor slash big sister slash buddy slash everything in life. And I was like, if I should speak, what I have to say
will not edify the kingdom.
No.
Sorry.
No. The video is who pays for the first date. Now,
part 2. Not part 1.
Oh, part 2.
Yeah, so, it's part 2.
To be honest, I don't want. Okay, let me disclaimer. I'm not about to start no YouTube war. This is not about me versus another YouTuber. This is just about a point of view that actually I don't necessarily 100% agree with. Sorry, I'm sending you love, like, you know, Jesus loves you and all of that, love thy neighbor. But I just think there are some things that were just not 100% right. So I am going to play some clips so you can see.
As a 29-year-old woman, you can never take me to Nando's.
Ever.
Like a test, you know. I'm just saying, not saying that I would do this myself after I come to what I would actually do, but just saying you meet the girl, she's beautiful, you've got the outside, now it comes to the inside. You take her Nando's and she says, what's this? You leave.
To me, if you're a woman that, in my humble opinion, that is looking for a potential husband and doesn't mind dating in 2018, up your standards. Yeah, up your standards. Why should you think that's enough? It's not enough. Like, Nando's is not a place that a man should say with his chest he's taken a woman.
I just think it just sets the precedence of just mediocre.
But like, do you know how okay?
Of course, it depends on the man's intentions.
The crux of the argument came because the host said that you cannot take me to Nando's
at a certain age.
In 2018 on the first date.
Which
there is God.
I almost fell on the floor. Let me be honest with you. I saw this at work. I had to pause, walk away from my desk, then come back and then address this issue. Because me and this person, we're of a similar age. We're like, you know, probably about 2 years apart, and I just didn't agree with that at all. Disclaimer, I'm actually a single woman. So
this backs me up. That's why I had to have her.
Yeah, I'm a single woman. I'm not married. I'm not even dating at the moment. Set me up. Anyway, side note. But I'm not even dating at the moment. I was just like, no, you can't go around saying things like that.
Yeah,
because you're just raising a generation of bougie women.
Well, the thing is, right, you know, I don't understand this whole notion of Nando's, you know, I have standards. Okay, this is one thing that really bugs me about 21st century single women. And, you know, I struggle to say these things because I don't want to seem like,
you know, oh, what do you know? You married, you don't know nothing. It's just hot out here. Guys need to appreciate us.
Look, I love Beyonce and I love Dios. No. I liked Beyonce.
Yeah, she liked.
No, I don't. I respect Beyonce.
Oh my days. Disclaimer, right? we do actually like them. We listen to their music, but we respect them. We do She doesn't like them.
I respect you. Let's not even talk about my feelings about Beyonce, but I respect you. Do you understand what I mean? And I respect the whole movement. Girl power. We can do all things. We're awesome. We run the world. Get that. But it has spoiled and messed up a lot of stuff. It has made people think that, because you now understand some self-worth, every Tom, Dick and Harry has to pay for your self-worth. How are you respecting his self-worth? How are you respecting the fact that the guy is out there hustling, working God knows what kind of jobs, trying to build himself a mortgage and trying to save and pay his bills on time like a normal proper guy, and you are now saying that he has to use that hard-earned chicken change
on you
to now
on the
take
first
you
date where he
on
doesn't
the first date.
doesn't know who you are, doesn't know anything about your background. All he just knows is that you're a pretty face. Okay, that might be a bit harsh, but he doesn't know you to know what your worth is,
and even to know what you like.
This is the thing. My thing was that this statement of girls, it's 2018, you need to up your game. I just thought, wow. I was just like, wow.
What if the guys upping their game? What if they say they're gonna up their game?
Do you know what the joke is though? If a guy took me to Nando's, it's not that deep. Because at the end of the day, if that's what I like, that's what I like. He's listened to the fact that
she did address, she said that, okay, if that's what you like, then that's fine. But for her, she was like, oh, Nando's, I don't understand, Nando's is noisy.
I don't understand. The rave is noisy.
I'm sorry.
That was rude. But that is the truth. The rave is noisy. A lot of places are noisy. If I take you to the Shard, it's noisy. If I take you to, I don't know, the park, it can be noisy. Anywhere can be noisy because there just needs to be people there. My thing was just that at the end of the day, if a guy takes you to Nando's, it's not a reflection of where the guy. It's not a reflection of where the guy is now. It's not even a reflection of where he's gonna be. And I think that as a single woman, you cannot look and judge a guy just because of the place he's taken you on a first date. At the end of the day, the reality is he may have taken you there because that's all he could afford at the time. Mm-hmm. He may have even taken you there to test what kind of woman you are.
Exactly.
Which one of the guys actually said in the video, he was like, if I take a girl to Nando's and I see her reaction, how can you take me there? Actually, that shows me what kind of a woman you are. It shows me how materialistic you are. Hence why he's not going to date you again.
Well, it just goes on to the same thing as, and I know I ruffled a lot of people's feathers before. I think we'd just been married maybe about 2 years, and I ruffled a lot. I really upset a lot of women. Because I am very, I'm very against this whole, he must buy me a rock. It irritates me to the core. And I think it's just because, but I think I have to actually understand that it's about my own personal preference. I don't ever want to feel bought. I don't ever want to feel like a trophy. So for me, if a guy buys me a 10 grand ring, do you know what I mean? I don't want him to be expecting that I'm going to let him do all
I think that's the
madness.
thing that's important. It's your personal preference. And what I didn't like, I shouldn't say didn't like, but what I didn't agree with on that video is that this lady's standard was now the standard by all women, that all women should judge themselves by. And one of the biggest things that I was saying with a couple of people I discussed it with was that actually she shouldn't make somebody else feel bad because that's what they like. Mm-hmm. I said to one of my friends, I said, if a guy came to me, gave me a picnic, bought Sainsbury's sandwiches, not even Marks and Spencer, because everybody knows Marks and Spencer's where it's at. Sainsbury's sandwiches.
Do you think that, side note, I'm sure Marks and Spencer's do small juju on their food.
It's so good. It is so
like,
good.
As in the
it's
chicken
actually so good.
It's
actually so before they cut it up. It's so good.
Or you know what? Or like they have a special IQ for the chicken and they check it because I don't know what it is.
Anyway, it's their favorite.
But
if a guy took me to a park, bought a blanket, bought me some sandwiches, bought some crisps, bought me some white Zinfandel wine. That doesn't cost that much. That probably won't even come up to £10.
It's true.
Let's be honest.
It's true.
But if a guy did that, you would have my heart straight away. Mm-hmm. Because I am that kind of person that it's not about the money, it's about the quality of time. A park can be noisy, but the reality is, by a guy taking me to that place, he cares about. He wants to get to know me. He doesn't want to. He's not trying to do all this showy stuff. He wants to just get to know me and get to know the person that I am. And I just thought that's cheaper than Nando's. That's way cheaper than Nando's. That doesn't. You could be on a Sainsbury's wage and still afford to do that. But the reality is, it's about the quality of time that we're spending with each other. Now, to be honest, I am not a dress up person. So taking me to the Shard, taking me to Hacky-san, taking me to Benny Hanna, taking me to all over the gaff.
I don't know any of these places, by the way. Husband, please make notes. Love you.
She's been. Have you not been to Benny Hanna?
No.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, taking me to all these places, it's nice. But actually, I want something. I wouldn't necessarily. It wouldn't be my ideal place because I know I've got a full beat face now, kind of, and I know. But I'm not a dress up person. It's actually a casual walk in the park, a casual sit down in the park, which on a monetary side doesn't even. It amounts to chicken change. Is actually that would draw me out more.
I think one thing that I felt uncomfortable with was this statement of, you know, girls up your game. Like
I know my self-worth, by the way. Don't get it twisted. As much as I like all that stuff, I know that and not to sound big-headed, because a lot of people might walk away and be like, oh, she thinks she's all that. No, don't think I'm all that. But I also know what I'm worth in terms of looking at myself and appreciating myself.
But then do you think a guy has to pay for that self-worth?
No.
He hasn't got to come in. That's what I didn't understand. I didn't understand this notion of, I know what I'm worth, me, the person that I've been brought up to be. What does that all mean?
The guy,
he is also a king. He is also a prince in his house. He deserves the respect for where he is. He deserves to be respected for what he has, for what he offered to pay for you. And the thing is, you're asking him to pay, so he's looking for what he can afford. If you're talking about the fact that he doesn't respect you, he wouldn't have got a phone. He wouldn't have got a phone call in the first place.
The thing about it is and this is the thing I feel like I wanted to put out there, which is why I agreed to do this video in the first place. Where they take you does not equal the respect that they have for you.
No.
I know we are in a day and age where, you know, if you get the biggest rock, that's because he wants to show you. So that does not equal the respect he has for you. Because let's look at it right now. Not to fire any shots at Kim Kardashian, but she got a fat rock when she married Chris. Where are they now? She's now married to somebody else. I don't know how big Kanye's ring was in comparison to Chris's ring, but the reality is they were nice big fat rocks. They were ones that you needed to put shades on to look at and be like, ooh, that's some bling. But the reality is one of the marriages only lasted 72 days. So the size of the rock, where he takes you on your first date, and this is the thing, it was the first date. They're not talking about subsequent dates. They're not talking about, you know, wedding proposals, or even, you know, you guys have been dating for like 2 years and he wants to take you out somewhere for your 2-year anniversary. First date? No. Come on. Like, and it's just a bit much. And I think you're saying us, it's like, okay, if he takes you to the Shard, where's he going to take you? Fly to Paris?
I don't know.
Make himself broke flying you to Paris. Then you now get used to this high life, you want to get married, you realise that actually you're going to be sharing a 1-bedroom flat, with no disrespect, but with his mum. And then you're now crying because, you know, he was showing you a life that you didn't realise he could afford. Me, I'm all about investing with my guy. I'm all about building with my guy. Let's hustle. Let's hustle. Like, is that hustle? Let's build together. Let's you know, mate, when they said that thing, about, you know, up your game. This was my response. Up your game more. When I'm just sitting around the world with my husband, because he took me to Nando's, when I humbled myself to recognize that this is where I'm at, and he took me to Nando's and we're just sitting all over the world, and you're still crying because you wanted Mr. Guy that was taking you to Shard, you couldn't find him. Don't complain, no. Don't complain. And I think and especially with black women, and I'm sorry to say, and I do feel, and I may get shot down for this, so at least I don't have a YouTube. She'll get all the But like, as black women, we can come across very materialistic sometimes. And you know, like, if he takes you to Nando, so what? It's not the end of the world. Is that where he's gonna stay for life? You don't know that. You don't know where he's gonna go in the future. You don't know what plan he's gonna take. You don't know where what was it? Like 3 weeks ago, I saw a post on Instagram about the guy that started Amazon, and it literally was a picture of him in his office, surrounded by bags, with a cardboard Amazon in the back. And he said everybody laughed at him. Do you know how much that guy's worth now? Yeah. And that's in what, like 20 years? I would wait that 20 years for that kind of worth.
Babes, though.
I'm not saying that it's not. Let me put the disclaimer. I'm not saying that is automatically what you're going to be getting or what you're going to be entitled to. But the reality is you need to build. I'll tell you one thing I've learned from this woman. You build with your husband.
That right there is the whole reason why it irritates me. It gets me. Now I understand. Because you've just reminded me, scripturally speaking, a wise woman builds her house. A wise woman builds. You want to have the house and you don't want to build. When you're building a house, you lay the foundation, you build it up, there's sacrifice, there's blood, sweat and tears. Right? And I think the problem is twofold. Is that a lot of women have been burnt, have seen their parents build and hustle with a guy, and then the guy's father goes off away. And then obviously the mum is pumping up that daughter, oh well done, come on, you can do it, we can do things, we don't need a man, or if you do need a man he has to pay for it, and all of this stuff, and thinking that's not going to safeguard you against anything. It's not.
No,
Do you understand what I
true.
mean? I personally would prefer to build with him, and if we have a situation arises, like I've said before, I'm like, I sit down with you. What did she have that I didn't have? Do you understand? Like, I am that raw.
What did she contain?
What did she contain? Right? Because the problem is, we can go off. It's a balance. It's a balance of both things. Yes, he needs to pursue you. Yes, that's a whole different story.
Pursuit. The thing about it is, pursuit and money, they're not the same. It's not a biblical principle.
Oh, wait. And this whole, he needs to be with me.
Sorry. What does that look like?
No.
Is there a need for it? I don't even know.
What does he get? That's all I keep saying. What is he getting? It's a two-way street. So I'm like, he needs to woo, so he's just gonna keep giving and giving and giving. Bearing in mind, let's be honest, we're Christians, right? If you're Christian, no, hold on. Let's just assume you're a Christian. If you're not a Christian, I'm sorry, but just put the video on pause and give me a thumbs up when you're on it. So, like, if the guy is just pursuing, he's giving, you're not giving anything. Do you get what I'm saying? You're not giving anything.
No, you're not.
You're just being you. What is it? What is it?
Mate,
He's just giving. He's giving.
the reality is,
Why?
as he gives, he needs to be replenished. He needs to be replenished.
I feel this so much now because I have a son. So I can't imagine him coming to me one day and saying, and I said to this girl that, Mum, I wanted to like take her for a chicken Nando's. And she said that, I'll be like, wait, Jezebel.
Let's wait.
Jezebel.
Wait, before he even comes to the mom, he will come to me first. And if I see that, I will just tell him, wherever you found her, please leave her there. Leave her there.
But hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. I got her in it because I've been meaning to do something to do with single women for a while, and I actually have recorded one, but I'm far too scared to release it because I didn't have a long time of singleness before I got married.
Yeah.
It was quite
got
short.
married
I got married quite young, so I feel like. And I don't want to be another married woman coming on her high horse, thou shalt not do this, and then run away to my husband and close the door. I don't want to do that.
Which,
so,
in all fairness, a lot of people do.
No,
So.
I didn't. So I brought her in. So I hope you did enjoy this video. Do comment below and do go and check out the video and show us some love, because I do think, that's a point to say that lots of people share their point of view and we're just sharing ours in response. I hope I don't get no hateration, but anyway, hateration means, Bible does say, prepares the table in front of your enemies. So if you're hating, that's cool. That's cool. That means my table's right there. I'm gonna pour my napkin, get my knife before I could be chopping.
I can't deal with her. I literally can't.
Oh, hater, hey.
I don't understand. Anyway, guys, I feel like we should do this again. Guys, if you do think we should do this again, let us know below. Because I said to her, I suggested that we do Chronicles of a Single Woman. I would so love to just share some of the things that I've had.
She's had some interesting dates.
It's been very funny. But hey ho, that's life.
I had to intervene. But never mind.
She hasn't had to intervene. Don't listen to her.
I have. Those text messages. Anyway, let's.
Oh yeah, well, that's another day. That's another day's discussion. If you really want to hear about it, comment below. But honestly, and this is not about me.